Live from Skywatch Studios, Glen Mary, here's Tater.
Hey, thank you. Hey, thank you very much. Hey, 2023, can you believe it? Hey, I'm kicking off season number 5 on YouTube. Hey, that's right, season number 5. Hey, I only put out 4 episodes last year. It was a strange year for old Tater, but I made it through and I'm better than ever. Hey, old Tater's turning 60 years old this year, and like a fine wine, I'm getting better with age. That's right. Hey, this season, I'm going to focus strongly on my current home state of Kentucky. Actually, it's the Commonwealth of Kentucky. That's right, Kentucky is a Commonwealth. Hey, there's lots of places and adventures to be taken in Kentucky, and the people here are unique, to say the least. Hey, a good friend of mine got pulled over by a state trooper out on I-65, and when the trooper approached him, he said, "Hey, do you have any ID?" And my friend said, "About what?" Hey, that's Kentucky right there. All right, hey, this really happened. Oh, Skeeter's walking down the street. He's got a sack over his shoulder. And a fella walks up and says, "Hey, Skeeter, what you got in the sack?" Skeeter said, "Mess of chickens." And the guy says, "Hey, if I guess how many chickens you got, will you give me one?" So Skeeter said, "Heck, if you guess how many you got, I'll give you both of them." And that fella said, 5. That's Kentucky. Hey, this right here, this is a true story. Okay, old Billy Bob and Luther, they've been friends since boyhood. They've been friends forever. And they're just sitting around on a hot summer day, and Billy Bob says, "Hey, I think I'm going to take me a vacation. But this year, I'm going to do it a little different." So he says, "I took your advice last few years. 3 years ago, you said, you got to see Panama City. It's beautiful. So I went to Panama City, and Earlene got pregnant. And then 2 years ago, you said, you got to go to Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is beautiful. So I go to Myrtle Beach, and Earlene got pregnant. And then last year, you said, you got to go to Daytona Beach. You can drive right on the beach with your truck. So I went to Daytona Beach, and Earlene got pregnant again." And old Luther looks at him and said, "Well, Billy Bob, what you gonna do different this year?" Old Billy Bob said, "I'm taking Earlene with me." Hey, there was this young fella at my job, and he just got hired. So I said, "Hey man, did you sign up for the company's 401k? And he looked at me, he said, "Man, I can't run that far." Kentucky, man. That's Kentucky. Hey, we got a big show for you, so don't go away. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Hey, we're going to get things started. My new episode, Ain't That America? Hey, this time we're going to visit Bardstown, Kentucky. That's right, I'm staying local. Have a look. Bardstown, Kentucky, USA. 45 minutes southeast of Louisville and 30 minutes south of the new Skywatch Studios Glen Mary lies the bourbon capital of the world, Bardstown, Kentucky. Established in 1780, Bardstown is Kentucky's second oldest city, and it has many attractions. One of its biggest attractions is the old Talbot House, built in 1779. Some notable patrons include President Andrew Jackson and Abraham Lincoln, also Daniel Boone and General George S. Patton. One infamous outlaw would spend time at the Talbot Tavern, hiding from authorities, Jesse James. There's still bullet holes in a wall from Jesse taking target practice at a mural. Legend has it the Talbot House is haunted and past guests still walk the halls. Take a stroll down 3rd Street. It takes you back to old-time USA. I'm definitely coming back here again. The old courthouse in downtown Bardstown is now a visitor center. If you visit Bardstown, you have to visit a bourbon distillery. I visited Heaven Hills Distillery.
It's the largest family-owned and operated distillery in the United States. Heaven Hill produces many different brands of bourbon and whiskey, but their trademark brands are Evan Williams and Elijah Craig. There are many other distilleries in Bardstown and the surrounding areas that you can visit. Ain't that America?
Hey, I've driven through Bardstown many times, but I've never stopped and actually did anything. But I'm going to tell you people, all my subscribers out there, if you come visit Tater here at Skywatch Studios Glenmary, hey, we're going to take a trip to Bardstown. That's right. Hey, it may be winter, but you can't take time off if you want to be a successful farmer. Winter's the time for repair, and that's just what I did. Have a look. You have to stay on top of things if you want to be successful, and I plan on having a very successful garden this year. As you've seen in my opening scene, I took an adventure. I went to Natural Bridge State Park and Resort in Slade, Kentucky. That's eastern Kentucky. It's part of the Red River Gorge. Hey, I hiked up to the bridge, and as the name says, it is a natural bridge, created over time. Warning, heavy breathing tater ahead. Oh my gosh. Old Tater is out of shape. This trail really isn't that long, but it's going up and up, and I'm breathing harder and harder. But I'll make it. You know I'll make it. That was breathtaking, literally. Hey, very beautiful scenery up there. And also they have a ski lift if you don't want to hike up to the mountain. But you know, me being the outdoor man, I have to hike, even if it kills me. Hey, it's time to go back down, and it's always so much easier going down. Natural Bridge State Park and Resort has campgrounds, cabins, and a nice little lodge. And there are some shops and restaurants in the nearby town of Slade. On the edges of downtown Louisville, on the banks of the Great Ohio River, lies the Big Four Bridge. It took its name from the Cleveland, Cincinnati, Chicago, St. Louis Railway, which was nicknamed the Big Four Railroad. It's now a pedestrians-only bridge linking Louisville to the city of Jeffersonville, Indiana. A year ago this month, I was walking across the Mississippi River. Now I'm walking across the Ohio. What's next? Walking across the Colorado River? As you can see, I focused on Kentucky in this episode, and I plan to the rest of the season. I may still take a trip here or there, but I plan to pay homage to Kentucky. Hey, this one fella from Kentucky, every time I see him, he would say, "Man, I wish I was a millionaire like my uncle." He said it every time, over and over. I got so tired of hearing it. Finally, one day I said, "Hey, so your uncle's a millionaire?" He said, "No, but he wants to be." That's Kentucky. Hey folks, that's all the time we have. I hope you enjoyed Tater's Old Kentucky Home episode, and I can't wait to show you more of the Bluegrass State. That's right. Hey, be on the lookout for more episodes. Hey, you know what I say? If I can do it, you can do it too. See you on down the trail.